Well, fellas. Good morning, good schmorning, PokeMMO community. Welcome to the first ever December PokeMMO stream recap, your daily source of tips, tricks, information, discussion, what's happening inside the PokeMMO community. What are people up to? What are the Turbo Online nerds like myself talking about? What are we worried about? What are we enjoying? What's happening in PokeMMO? Let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first, we have our typical news as per usual. We have catch events coming up. We have a catch event coming up on the 3rd of December, this Wednesday, December 3rd, Wednesday at 1 p.m. ET at Twist Mountain in Unova. You have 1 hour to catch Cryogonal, Cubchoo, and then the nature bonuses are +3 for Adamant, +3 for Modest, and you also have a chance to win a shiny Cubchoo, of course, really good shiny Pokemon, plus some free RP, really good event for Iron Man. It's really important if you want to get free RP, win it now before the events actually start, so you have the RP to use for the limited vanities and that during the Christmas event, maybe even upcoming Lunar New Year event, but that's like 2 months out at this point. So let's just keep going. Why do they keep running? Look at a Safari themed catch event. Safari themed catch event on Saturday, the 6th of December at 2 p.m. ET in the Johto Safari Zone, specifically over in the Marshland. You can catch Coughing, Ekans, Arbok, and Grimer for this catch event. All neutral. There's no species bonus. There's also no nature bonus. So this is just raw catching Safari Pokemon, seeing who gets the best IVs. The real, like, you know, pure essence of what makes a catch event, which is really cool in my personal opinion. There's a chance to win a shiny Ekans or a shiny Arbok. I think both are pretty cool. I prefer Arbok. I think most people do. Hardcore Arbok, fantastic. Pretty cool shiny. And once again, not sure if it's a typo. I'm not sure if we're seeing this more often. For those who don't know, generally in Chinese catch events, they do 500 RP for each slot. It's more fair. It's more evenly spread out. And I'm kind of in favor of this reward structure because I like the first place is already winning a shiny. Do they really need more RP than everyone else on top of it? There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong answer. Feel free to disagree. It's just personal preference and how you like the distribution of the rewards. I like 3rd and 4th place getting 500 RP, you know, versus the 250. I think it's worth 1st place getting a little bit less because they're already getting, you know, a cool shiny to give 3rd and 4th place more RP. That's my personal opinion, my personal thoughts. I think it's cool to see that reward structure come over to the Western world for the most part. Next up, a lot of you guys have probably already seen this, but there's not a whole lot of react. I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen this. There is a what's it called, is a scheduled maintenance for PokeMMO upcoming on December 12th 2025. So the servers will be offline at around 20 UTC, which I think midnight UTC is like 7 p.m. my time zone. So this is going to be this is like 3 p.m. This is a really weird time for this to happen. It's like 3 p.m. ET. Like this very likely will affect, you know, a fair bit of people. So there is an upcoming maintenance happening. Keep that in mind. And then next up, I wanted to just use this post as a thank you to people like Teddy Ursa, to people like Bearminator. All the PokeMMO staff members put in so much work, and I wanted to just say thank you to them. They have to deal with so many people on the forums. Every time I check the forums, I follow, you know, all the staff members on the forums, and every time I check, it's always them just like being like, hey, you saying this false ban is false is not true. We reviewed it. Here's the evidence. Like, it's not. And it's just it's a rough thing to wake up every day and have to deal with the worst of the worst community. And I like reminding the staff members that there are a lot of amazing people that love PokeMMO and appreciate their work. So just thank you to the staff members. They do a fucking fantastic job. Next up, the community showcase. I'm gonna enter this alpha Breloom encounter before I miss it because it's gonna be despawning here decently soon. But we have the community showcase, which is where I kind of go through and show off what is the PokeMMO community up to. If you want to be in this showcase potentially, you can go to my Discord and go to the achievement showcase, I believe, under the Patrouski content Discord. There should be a little chat room. You can check it out. So we have this person, Nate, who ended up breeding a 6x31 alpha Psyduck. In honor, they accidentally killed a shiny Golduck while EV training, XP training, something like that, and they noticed, they realized it, and they just accidentally killed it, and they regretted it, so they wanted to go ahead and breed up a new Pokemon to kind of commemorate that, which is really cute in my opinion. Next up, this person, Draco Drake, on a really cool shiny streak. He said, is this too lucky? He got a shiny Litwick at 15,000 encounters, an Umbreon at 26,000 encounters, and then a Dratini at 16,000 or 16,000 or so encounters. Honestly, is this a lucky streak? To some extent, but like, not really. I think this person's earned their shinies, man. If you ask me, shunting is hard in PokeMMO. You are gonna have dry streaks. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Lucky McDuckerson, right? You're gonna have dry streaks. It's gonna happen, and you gotta just honestly appreciate the luck streaks, the small luck streaks when you got them. This is nothing crazy. Yes, this is like lucky, especially like getting the Dratini no phase is the really crazy one. But I don't think of this as like it's lucky, but this person also deserves it. They're gonna have crazier things happen, and I think it's an important thing to like just appreciate the positives when they happen and be able to tank through the negative, you know, the hunts. PokeMMO's a game all about getting through the hard parts. It's all about like tanking through and never giving up. If you never give up PokeMMO, you'll always succeed is the answer. Next up, Gim28. Speaking of never giving up, this guy spent 2,000 hours in Petalburg jail, one of the most common single encounter shunted spots in running back and forth for so fucking long. Insane. 2,000 plus hours in Petalburg Woods. Finally got a rare. It took him that long to get one rare. It is easy to calc out the odds at a lot of these shunts, but we often will not account for human error and how long it takes to just sit there and run back and forth. And this is just so fucking impressive in my opinion. Congrats to Gim. Amazing shiny one that so many people shot the shiny Shrimish. Next up, this shiny is a year old, but this person had such a cool story behind it and was so proud of it. It's also just a good reminder of it's easy to calc out like, oh yeah, an egg shiny takes like 400 to 800 hours. Now the math is kind of vague, or I haven't rerun the math, for example, and like 150 to 200 million Pokeyen now. It is really expensive for an egg shunt, but this person specifically wanted to get an egg shiny or a shiny Beldum or Metagross to take on a storyline run, and he hunted for so long. It took he had 3,910 hours played by the time he beat like his third storyline. He was showing other screenshots. This is only like his third storyline. He completed like 2 storylines around that, if I recall correctly, and then just shiny hunted Beldum / Metagross for thousands of hours and did not give up and did not stop until he got it, so he could take on one of the storylines with a shiny Beldum, which is just an insane level of dedication, an insane story. So shout out to Yandi from Team Uzi who did that. Very, very cool. Like, I love unique accomplishments like that where you're just stubborn and you want to go for what you want to go for. Next up, shiny Riolu over in the Safari Zone. Another one has fled. It always hurts to see. It's always sad to see. You see it every so often. Rest in peace to Fossils with their shiny Riolu. It's a brutal, it's the most common super rare shiny that we see flee in the Safari, because for some reason it was honestly a cruel twist of fate, cruel joke. When PokeMMO released the Johto region, they introduced the new best way to shiny hunt Riolu, a fan favorite shiny. It just so happened that new best way was in the fucking Safari Zone, which is just so cruel, but so it still saves you time in the long run, which is absolutely crazy. But it's just a crazy situation. So sorry to Fossils. I hope you recoup it very soon. Good luck to you, man. It is brutal. Just we keep pushing, which is what it's all about. And then speaking of Safari shunting, sorry to follow you up with the successful Safari shunter. Next up, Lily Zilla Saurus, the Safari shunting Giga Chat. I love this so much. Yes, so someone said it saves you time even if you have to refind it. I believe even if you have to like shiny hunt Riolu like 3 times. So the odds of encountering is like 40 to 60%. It is like, I think 1 or 2 Riolus should flee on average, and that is still significantly faster to hunt it in the Safari Zone than to egg it. Because to egg shiny Riolu / Lucario, you'd have to evolve, or like, it's a baby Pokemon. It comes out Riolu. You have to level up and evolve every single Lucario every single time to rebreed. Pain in the butt. You never want to. It's a pain in the butt to go for shiny Lucario. But anyways, this person. Good question though from chat. This person just wanted to make a post about my progression as a shunter. I started in December of 2024, and a way to motivate more people to shiny hunt the Safari Zone, as I think it brings out the main reason of why Pokemon is such a great game. I love the philosophy behind this. Teammates and friends showing up to support your shiny catch in the Safari Zone, and also the willingness to risk that shiny for the thrill and to grind for it. My recent streak is super lucky, and I acknowledge that. However, I think it makes up for all the time I went dry hoarding as a new player, and my 40,000 Piplup eggs. That's a lot of eggs. Also around 500 alpha eggs with no shiny. Sure, a 200 counter rare shiny is cool. I'm gonna get to their shiny specifically here in a quick sec. A 200 encounter rare shiny is cool, but the feeling of being homeless after hitting in such a short period of time doesn't feel fulfilling. I guess they just mean like aimless in the game. Sorry. The journey will always be the best part. Yes, true. I've been obsessed with this meme. I believe this meme, I genuinely think perfectly represents the PokeMMO shiny hunting experience, or just honestly maybe PokeMMO in general, where the top guy still has his goal. The top guy is on his journey, so he is happy to be mining. This is a cropped, edited meme of like a previous, you know, classic diamond meme. The bottom guy who hit the diamonds, he hit the shiny, he achieved his goal. He is now sad because he is out of things to do. He has no purpose. He is aimless. In my opinion, there is nothing worse than feeling bored. There's nothing worse than feeling aimless. It is always better to be busy and like have goals and have things to do than to be aimless, in my personal opinion. And I feel like PokeMMO is a game that really, really represents that. The journey, the purpose is what really drives us in life and in video games, in my personal opinion. This is my thoughts. Everybody's different, but I think this post touches on that beautifully. My Safari shutting progression started with a Lapras flea, which happened during Zephy's stream, and shout out to him for telling me to never give up on Safari and just to keep going. From there, I never left Rocky Beach apart from egg batches, and I phased twice, and I quit the game for an IRL obligation, and then came back to this Safari streak, redeemed Lapras with no donor status, no shiny charm, into 250,000 encounters for 250,000 for Safari. Oh, 250,000 Pokeyen for Safari fees, and that Bonefish kindly donated to me. Between Jiggly and Yanma, I grinded 20,000 encounters, single encounters in 1 week. It was really mentally hard, but I kept pushing, knowing that something will eventually come out of it. So to those out there scared of shutting the Safari Zone, I recommend you to start doing it despite it being scary. Do it scared is such a good sentence. Do it scared. Now, I'm a big fan of Safari shunting. I do recommend it after getting like 5 to 10 shinies. I think your first 5 to 10 shinies, I would catch and be safe about it, you know? But after that, after like 10 OT shinies, I think what's the magic? Do you want a different feeling? I think Safari shunting is fantastic, in my personal opinion. I promise the moment and the memory made, even if the shiny fleas, will be so worth it when everyone shows up in support as a community, which is what MMOs are all about. I think this post, I just love this post. I love this post. I love this speech, for lack of a better word. Let's go check their actual shiny streaks. I haven't really looked at great detail at that. You see a shiny Yanma. You see a shiny Jigglypuff. We see a Poliwhirl. So we see a shiny Poliwhirl at 7,500 encounters, a Poliwag at 560 encounters later, a Lapras at 8,000 encounters. I think that one was the caught one, which is huge. A Scorpy at 212 encounters. No wonder this person loves Safari shunting. Miss Drevius at almost 10,000 encounters. Jigglypuff at 1,200, and then a Yanma at 22k. This person is a Safari shunting legend, if you ask me, and is just tearing it up. It's really cool to see. As of December 2024, that list of shinies. Also, that's like just since the encounter counter was officially added, so that's only like 5 months, I believe. The encounter counter has only been in the game for like 5 months or so, so any encounters you have on that are only about 5 months old. Yeah, so just shout out to them. Really fucking cool to see. Let's go ahead and jump into the actual gameplay today. Thank you guys for watching the original. Yeah, that's a great question. Did the Jigglypuff flee, is that what the red box meant? I don't know. It means secret? No, it doesn't. No way. The Jigglypuff is secret shiny. I didn't even know. Is that like a string thing? What's the box? I don't know that box thing. Anyways, congrats to let me double check their name one more time so I can give them a proper congratulations. Shout out to Lily Zilla Saurus. Nice work. Nice grinds. Great job in PokeMMO. Let's jump into our own work today, fellas. What do you say? Okay, my chat is informing me that my ability to read is just absolutely down the gutter, dude. Holy shit. Apparently, this maintenance is today. It's not January 12th. It's this because it's fucking Britopian brain rot dates. It's December 1st. It's today as I'm recording in like 3 hours. I was looking forward to playing so much PokeMMO today, man. We'll work around it. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how long it will last. Says 2025. Okay, wait, I'm actually not crazy. You're right, Tom. Wait, no, I am crazy. No, because it would say 2026. All right, our brain is rotted. It's officially rotted. It's done it, boys. But there's an update for the stream recap. This is this scheduled maintenance has already happened. You're fine. You're clear. Don't worry about it. Amulet coin farming made me rich. What's kind of fucked up is that Amulet coin farming is back on the menu. I think Amulet coin farming is actually a good mid-level money making method right now. Maybe even like end game if you like to like shiny hunt Ponyta or Meowth at the same time. I used to not recommend, this is like a messed up, screwed up sentence. I used to not recommend Amulet coin farming because it wasn't good enough to be warranted. There were just so many other money making methods that were better. Money making is hard right now. Pure yen methods, pure item methods, money making is hard right now because people are saving for event season. There's a lot of things. The market's in a rough spot, and then people are saving for event season, and people have just spent all their money on the the Halloween event. So nobody's really spending as much money. Everybody's holding their yen. Everybody's trying to make yen. The best money making methods, things like fossil farming, do every day. Do your Jimmy run, trainer rerun. Then do like amulet coin farming, fossil farming, pure yen methods, or even things that like can help others make money. One of the biggest things is during times like this, you want to do money making methods that other people use to make money, if that makes sense. I think it's a tough thing to swallow. It's been a tough thing for me to swallow because I'm so used to this number just going up and up and up for the past 5 years. But for a long time, I always said at like mid to end game PokeMMO, you want to look for money making methods that make around 300,000 Pokeyen per hour. At end game PokeMMO, doing a money making method that makes less than 300k per hour just isn't that worth it. I think that number has changed. I think now we're looking at if you can do a money making method that consistently makes 200k per hour, that's really good. I think the number has come down a full 100k, which is just like we're kind of like backing up a few years in progress, and hopefully, once again, I'm hoping the market gets solved. I'm hoping we see an alpha nerf and other changes upcoming in the future. But I think it's a good thing to like tell players. But we're basically lowering the expectation. If you are a player who's like, I bet a lot of people are like, I can't make 300k anymore, and you're feeling stressed, you feel like shit, and that feels bad. That's tough. I think lowering that expectation for the entire community. I think right now, if you're making 200 to 250k, you're doing a great job. Be proud of that. It's okay. It's just the number has gone down, and it's hard to have that number go up and up and up for so long and have it come back down. And it's a weird spot. So we're just all going through that together and readjusting as a community. Okay, I actually love this proposed change. I know some people are going to ask the devs whether or not they can buff the amount of money you get from the E4 rerun. Right now, it's worse money per hour than a gym run with 10 times the investment difficulty. I love this suggestion. I know a lot of people have been very upset over the nerf recently to the way that choice items worked, and I understand that I don't have a great opinion on it because I don't E4 rerun. So let me qualify that. I don't want to speak out of my depth. From my understanding, I understand the devs' perspective to make that nerf because in theory, it's a cheese strategy to like trick a thing, and the AI couldn't respond properly once they had been tricked with a choice item. However, pragmatically, it worked out well and it was balanced. I think it's a really important thing to understand. It's like theory versus how things actually play out, right? I love the idea of like buffing the Elite Four payout, and you have to factor. Yeah, fellas said the E4 is a 6-hour cooldown, but I still think like if it's worse, the E4 reruns should never be worse Pokeyen per hour than Jimmy runs, even if you can do them, every 6 hours. I think like it wouldn't. I think E4 reruns should probably be like maybe some of the best money in the game. It's very high skill. It's very high investment. You need a lot of 5x 31 Pokemon with very specific stats. You also need a lot of Pokemon that are only good for the Elite Four runs, if I recall correctly, of the team build. So like I love the idea of that being the buff. And then there has to be something. And then it comes down to like the devs be like, is there a problem with inflation? I wish the devs would tell us that. Is there an inflation problem in PokeMMO? I don't think so based on what we see on the market, but I don't know. I don't have the numbers. None of us have the numbers the devs do, right? So I like the idea of that being a way to counteract like it becoming even a little bit more difficult, upping the reward. I'm so down. I love that idea. Dude, that's insane to me, Vincer. Good for you. Vincer Plays, who is my poker broker I've used in the past, and I've done a few like videos talking about what a poker broker is and like showing my use of it. Poker broker is someone you send if you're so busy and have so many like Pokemon in your party or in your boxes, you don't have time to sell them, like from like mysterious balls or fossils or things like that. I send them over to Vincer Plays, my poker broker, and he's saying that doing poker broker stuff makes like 750,000 Pokeyen an hour, by the way, like right now, if it's a good box. That is amazing. That's good for you, Vincer. I like that. Talk about a creative way to make insane Pokeyen and PokeMMO. I might have some stuff to send you on the main account, honestly, if you're not overbooked or not too busy. There's so many creative, cool ways you can. It's all about any market, especially Pokemon. It's all about finding a use. You have to ask, how can I be valuable? How can I provide a service or a good that will be valuable to other people that other people actually want? No, this is actually an incredibly based goal. Someone said, am I crazy for going for a full odds secret shiny Ditto? Secret shiny OT Ditto is actually one of the best secret shinies you can go for because it proves that you got it in the wild, right? Like Any other secret shiny, you can like catch a shiny Wooper and then buy a shiny Wooper off the GTL and breed that with your Wooper and make your Wooper a secret shiny. But you can't breed Ditto like and keep it a Ditto, you know? So if you have a secret shiny OT Ditto, it confirms the fact that you found that as a secret shiny in the wild. So it's actually one of the biggest flexes as a secret shiny Pokemon. That's a great hunt. Good luck to you. Oh, speaking of seasonal vanities, boys, they are back. They've been in the shop for like a few hours, like 18, 16 hours, a few hours here we can see. Earmuffs, reindeer antlers, Santa hats. As of December 1st, they are all, I love the Santa hat personally. They're all back, boys. It's a good little sign that Christmas is a-coming. Fellas, did we just unlock the new claw? My wife made this for me. I knew nothing about this until right now. We have an M&M's box from Costco, very important. She put all of these like Pokeballs. I don't know what's in them. I don't know if it's pieces of paper. I don't know if it's tasks. I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna pick one at random and see what the new claw unfolds. This is all thanks to my wife. Like, put this together. How do I even open it? How do you open? Am I too weak? Oh man, I gotta hit the gym. Okay, we got it. It's a piece of paper. $25. What does this mean? What is 25? There's no way you have a whole event planned. What is 25? She left the room. She's grabbing something. Look like old fishing bobbers. They're obviously non-branded Pokeballs. They're just like little plastic eggs. Like Easter eggs. She's off. She's left the room. She's gathering something. She's foraging. She brought me a whole ass present. What are you doing? You can't bring me 25 days of presents. That's insane. Can I read this on stream? Yeah. Pat, I know it's been a year. Oh, I'm dropping everything. Pat, I know it's been a year full of ups and downs, and I hope this Patrouski advent calendar will help remind you to live in the now. Aw, enjoy the holiday cheer and know you are loved. Inside these balls are 25 numbers that match to 25 gifts, ranging from $1 to $25. Some are cool, cute, or very dumb. I hope you enjoy, and thank you for allowing me to spend another Christmas season with you. This is for my wife. What the fuck, dude? Thank you. Holy shit. Okay, let's open the first. Is this the most expensive present? Did I open the $25 present on day one? Is that the meme? Oh, okay, that's not the meme. It's not the meme. Okay. Okay. What the fuck? It's a giant blanket and it has Shuckle on it. How did you find a Pokemon blanket with Shuckle on it? Are you kidding me? What? This is fucking crazy. Yo, what? Holy shit, dude. This is insane. W wife? What the fuck, man? I don't know how you can get more of a W wife. I always say, like, that's insane, dude. Thank you so much, sweetie. What the fuck? That's... I don't know how we're gonna... dude. Holy crap. Thank you so much, sweetie. That's insane. What a special, what a beautiful... Wow. What the fuck? Well, thank you so much. Wow. Pat, I remember from your first video I ever watched, you said always have Pokeballs on you. What's your go-to Pokeball? Great question. It is important to always have Pokeballs on you. Honestly, just normal Pokeballs, I always have like a few hundred of them, usually 1,000 plus on my main account, because for a few reasons. Number one, shiny. Like, you never want to be caught without Pokeballs for a shiny. Just certain situations, certain legendaries, whatever. The Pokeball meta, I actually want to make a full video on this. The Pokeball meta is really healthy right now in PokeMMO. Every single Pokeball like has a use, like some sort of niche use. I think Heal Ball might be the worst ball in the game, but like even that can like be somewhat useful in like Nuzlocke runs or certain things. But generally, like Pokeballs are really good for your average catching, for like catch events. Nest balls and quick balls are also very good for catch events, depending on the Pokemon and the level and the species. Timer balls are like maybe the best ball in the game, but I don't, like nothing's really like broke. No Pokeball is busted right now, in my personal opinion. Timer ball is like quite good. It's really used for alphas. Like alphas, it's fantastic for, obviously. Repeat balls are meta at Dittos after you catch 15 of them. Dusk balls are good to get you to that 15 catches, and also dusk balls I use a ton during events, swarms, and like just a ton of when it's nighttime or in game. Net balls are still really good for certain alphas early on, as well as certain Pokemon protected for profit early on into the encounter. Dream balls are really good against alphas if you've had them asleep for 3 turns or max turns or whatever. Before it's like if it's like turn 7 and it's been asleep for, I throw a dream ball. Some people, I don't know about the only balls I don't know enough about personally is like a lot of the Johto balls, a lot of the apricorn balls. I'm not as familiar with. Like Love Ball, some people say Love Ball is really good against alphas, but I have not tested it or used it personally. Dive Ball has some niches in certain catch events. Ultra balls are used for completing your Pokedex and just certain catches earlier on. Same with Great Balls. Great Balls are, yeah, like every Pokeball in Pokemon has a niche right now, or has a use to some extent, which I think is fucking sick. Luxury balls are important for happiness, like unironically. It's a really cool thing. We're in a very, very healthy, the way you can tell that you're in a healthy Pokeball economy is when you ask yourself before every single time you throw a Pokeball is like, what Pokeball should I use? Like whenever you go to catch a Mon, you should be asking yourself, wow, what Pokeball should I use? And it should depend on each individual situation, and right now it does. Right now you do have to ask yourself, what Pokeball should I use? I don't know, let me think about it. You have to actually put some thought into it, right? And it creates a very diverse, there's a lot of different situations where you use different balls. So the Pokeball metagame, very, very healthy right now in PokeMMO. Someone said like, how hard are raids, Patrouski? And it really depends. Like certain raids, and the hardest part of raids in PokeMMO is like preparing the raids, like getting all the Mons. Getting all the PvM Mons takes a long time. If you ask a hyper endgame 10,000 hour Pokemon player who pisses in bottles, how hard are raids, they're gonna say, oh my god, they're so easy. Of course, because I have every Mon ever, But if you're a new player and you have nothing, or you need to start from scratch, or like, it's pretty hard. I think raids are endgame content. If you're endgame prepared, yeah, of course they seem easy. Or if you've done the raids in the past, in previous years, if it's your first time doing raids, they're hard. I think it's a lot of preparation. And then a lot of they're even when they're easy for us, raids are easy because someone has put in the work to crack the code and give us guides and give us like research, like Cav, right? Like figuring out, oh, what turn exactly do you heal block on a Tangrowth? Like you have to figure out these really specific things, And I feel like people, I think a lot of times in games, when you've played them for so long, it may seem easy to you, but it's not easy to actually learn from scratch. You have to keep that perspective in mind. I think a lot of endgame Pokemon players have lost the perspective of a new player, in my opinion, recently in Pokemon, and it's important to just keep that in mind. But things are hard. Things are hard from scratch, and Pokemon's a hard game. Raids are hard. I think it obviously just really depends. Some raids, if you just have 6 fire types, you can just click Flamethrower and you win. Some raids are really easy. Some raids are, I would say, raids at a base level, because they have to get so many Mons. At a base level, probably like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 difficulty. But like doing the raid, there are some raids that in terms of like mechanically difficult, like 2 out of 10, like the decisions are really easy. But some ones get a lot harder, and the skill expression of raids is having to adjust on the fly when something goes off of script. And that's a really big skill expressive thing in raids, So it's really hard to answer like, oh, how hard are raids? I do think I did some research, and I'm continuing my research. I have a bunch of Christmas preparation guides coming up, like multiple different ones. I can speak pretty confidently. The Christmas raids are, I would say, like at least 50% harder than the Halloween raids, in my opinion. Going back and having watched, and maybe they'll be different, because they ended up having to nerf them last year because they were so hard. So maybe we'll see. Yes, I totally agree with this as well, Danny. I've been preaching since XMAS last year for people not to overspend on raid Mons. You do not need 5 times 31, even like 2 times 31 with correct nature. You can just do like a Crocodile with 25 attack, 25 speed, and then correct nature, like Adamant, Naughty, Lonely, will do it perfect. Like you just 20 plus, 25 plus in the right stats is for most things. There are certain ones where you need specific stats, but like most of the time, and just proper EV training, you can do most raids. Yeah, 2 times 20 with good nature equals GG easy. Yeah, it can help to some extent, but like most of the time, just having, you don't need amazing Mons, just decent Mons for sure. Absolutely. But even that still takes a fair bit. There are certain things, like I was checking recently while doing storyline runs on my touch grass challenge. Dude, getting any crocodile that's 25 plus in attack and speed is fucking expensive. Like, if you're an endgame player, you may not have checked the price on these in a while, but like, I mean, honestly, that's not that bad. Honestly, now I'm fact checking myself, and it's EV train. Wait, that's so cheap. Never mind, I lied. I'm fact checking. Okay, what was expensive was trying to buy like a level 40 crocodile with these stats for the storyline runs. This is so cheap. You can buy a raid, a perfect PVM crocodile right now for 40k. Are you kidding me? EV trained, natured. This is like insane. This is insanely cheap. It is cheaper than ever to get into raids in PokeMMO. That's actually ludicrously cheap. Yes, I love doing this calculation. Someone said show the difference between a 30 attack Ditto and a 31 Ditto. Yes. To be fair, 31 attack Dittos are just so cheap right now that I don't even know if it'll be that crazy. Like a 31 attack crocodile or sandal might be a better example. Let's do that. So like, let's see, crocodile 15k for a 31, 12k, 12 to 15k for a 31 attack, 10k at the lowest, 31 attack. This has hidden ability, which we would need to ability pill this. Ignore that one's that one's you have to spend 35k to fix it for like Moxie and stuff. Let's say like 12k. You know, 12k is the cheapest you can get a 31 attack IV. 30 attack IV is gonna effectively be the same thing most of the time, and it costs 2k. 2k. It's so like, you can check out. Let's do adamant. 30 attack IV. Let's do the 25 plus. 25 plus. 25 plus attack IV. This is also 20 plus speed. Look at this Sandile, dude. 20. This is a really good Sandile. I just want to flip this. I'm on the, I can't. I'm on my account though. But like 25 plus attack, 20 plus speed. Adamant nature, 5k. This is ludicrously cheap. This is insane. But if I look up 31 attack, it's 30k. Do not get scammed by the green. Like visually, going green number is a privilege. Visually, if you like it, I get it. Effectively and pragmatically, you do not need it. You do not need the green number. You do not need the 31. It's so different. So Dittos, yeah, cheap the, look at this. 31 attack IV, Ditto, adamant nature, 34k. 30 attack IV Ditto, adamant nature, 11k. Let's try 25 plus, 5k. Base price of a Ditto. I love using these for breeds. We love to rag on the economy, myself included. It is hard to make Pokeyen right now, but the other side of that is that Pokemon are cheaper than ever. Yes, it is harder to make Pokeyen and like build up insane levels of wealth, but it's also easier to get into the game. It's also easier to buy and stock up on tons and tons of good IV, PVM, PvP, whatever Pokemon you may need, and have those for the future when the economy maybe takes a turn and comes back to having high statted good IV Pokemon being valuable once again one day. There it is. Someone in chat literally just said, aren't the servers supposed to be down? Servers will be shutting down in 10 minutes. Maintenance, please look out now. Now, we don't have a time for this. It's cool to see that pop up. I haven't seen that pop up maybe ever. Usually it does like I couldn't click anything else. Usually maintenance pop-ups are just like very chill. That was a kind of a big one. It's cool because I love the earthquake in game is always cool to see. I love seeing the earthquake. So I guess I don't know what we're gonna do on stream from this point onward, but yeah, maintenance in 10 minutes, fellas. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. You don't get to see an earthquake shutdown this often in PokeMMO. Please log out now. I don't think I will. There it is, boys. Check the forums. I'm curious if there will be a time frame on this. All right, well, PokeMMO servers are down for the time being, and I don't think they'll be back up for a few hours, so it is now time for Terraria, which brings us to the end of our PokeMMO stream recap. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. Like it if you did, dislike if not, subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos every single day. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. If you want to go above and beyond and support the stream and see things like me and my wife playing Terraria, check it out on Twitch Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace, Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here. I wanted to take this second to say thank you so much for watching the entire video. It is thanks to people like you I'm able to make the content that I do, as well as everybody whose name is listed here. That's it for me. Have a fantastic day.